welcome to Super Boys! Today I'm going to make a video on the last 4 planets. Wow, they're beautiful. Anyway, let's move on. Did you hear that? Let me see.
It's my appointment!
Jupiter's calling. Let's better go quick.
Here's a quick montage of the last video. Like my videos and subscribe. Now let's get right into the video. Jupiter. Let's learn about our first planet, Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. At the bottom of Jupiter, there's a red colored dot called the Great Red Spot. Did you know that Jupiter has 60 plus moons? Did you know that Jupiter and Saturn are called as the gassy planets because they are made up of only gas? Now that we have learnt about Jupiter, let's learn about 4 of its moons. And yes, Jupiter's gravity is getting too much for me. It's getting worse. The Galilean satellites. Let's look at 4 of Jupiter's moons. These are called as the Galilean satellites. First, let's look at Io. Io is the innermost and third largest moon in the Galilean satellites of Jupiter. It is also the 4th largest moon in our solar system. Did you know that Io has the highest density of any moon in our solar system and has the least amount of water on it? Now let's move on to Europa. Europa is the smallest moon in the Galilean satellites. Did you know that Europa is the 6th largest moon in our solar system and it's only slightly smaller than our moon? Now let's take a look at Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest moon in our solar system. Did you know that Ganymede is the 9th largest object in our solar system, including the Sun? And also, the moon Ganymede is slightly bigger than the planet Mercury. Ganymede is such a big moon that it is the only moon to have its own magnetic field. Now let's look at Callisto. This is the last Galilean satellite of Jupiter. I do know that this looks like an edited version of our moon, but I promise you that this is real. Callisto is the 2nd largest moon of Jupiter after Ganymede. Callisto is also the 3rd largest moon in our solar system. Did you know that Callisto is tidally locked onto Jupiter? This means that only one side of Callisto faces Jupiter every time. Saturn. Now let's learn about Saturn, the most beautiful planet in our solar system. Saturn is the sixth furthest planet from the Sun and is also the second largest planet in our solar system. Did you know that Saturn's density is lower than liquid water? This means that if we had a bathtub big enough to fit Saturn in it, Saturn would float. And if you were ever lucky enough to visit Saturn or Jupiter, you would experience a rain full of diamonds. But alas, these diamonds are just fake diamonds. They are only made up of graphite. Now let's dive into Saturn's rings. Did you know that Saturn's rings are again divided into 7 parts? Starting from the inside, the names are D, C, B, A, F, G and E. D is the faintest ring, A and B are the 2 brightest rings, and B is the widest and thickest of the 7 rings. Did you know that Saturn has 83 moons? Titan. Now let's look at Mysterious head. Wait, what? Yeah, as I was saying, let's look at Saturn's most famous moon, Titan. Titan is the second largest moon in our solar system after Jupiter's moon Ganymede. Now let's fly to Uranus. Uranus.
One eternity later.
We finally arrived at Uranus. It took too much time. Anyway, now let's learn about Uranus. Uranus's axis is tilted by 97 degrees, unlike Earth, which is tilted by 23 degrees. Uranus is the 7th furthest planet from the Sun. Uranus and Neptune are called as the ice giants. This is because these 2 planets are the coldest planets and have the most abundance of water in our solar system. Did you know that Uranus has 27 moons? Neptune. Going to Neptune, am I immune?
1 minute 37 seconds later.
Sorry about that. We'll start learning, I guess. Neptune is the 8th and furthest planet from the Sun. Even Neptune has a spot like Jupiter near its lower hemisphere. This is known as the Great Dark Spot. Did you know that Neptune has 14 moons? Triton. Triton is the largest Neptunian moon and is also the first Neptunian moon to be discovered. Triton is also the 7th largest moon in our solar system. Did you know that Triton has a retrograde orbit? This means that if Neptune rotates west to east, Triton rotates east to west. This was a slightly detailed explanation on the last 4 planets. Bye bye everyone.